What is up, my friends?
Happy Home Friday!
Happy Home Friday. All you home fries out there, I know y'all been waiting. Today is the day.
For what?
For Home Friday.
Oh, of course.
Like, they've been waiting for Home Friday.
Yeah, I was like, okay, is there something else going on? What did you not tell me? Happy Home Friday!
Actually, there is something else going on.
What?
A donation from...
Oh, Ruth. You know, Ruth, I love you, Ruth. Ruth is awesome for a lot of different reasons, and one of them is she donated this song to give us a little it's called Uncle Tim, is that right? Uncle Tim Runs His Mouth, to give me a little bit of sense on Tim talking his trash, because I got a little salty.
Because she gets butt hurt.
I'm not going to entertain that. Anyways, I appreciate it. I'm over it, but it's still going to be fun to say. I don't know. Maybe
she's
I'm not over it. Maybe.
No, she's not over it.
We'll see how I feel at the end of this. But anyways, this is a positive, optimistic video, and I'm looking forward to see kind of Tim roast some people.
She's going to be over here like, yeah, that bastard, blah, blah, blah.
No, in general, I love Tim. I love Tim.
Of course.
We don't need to belabor it, but yeah, I'm
well,
excited for this.
We're going to jump right into it, my friends. That one, y'all know what's up. I'm going to sneak it in every time because sometimes people forget, and I just want to remind you.
I mean, you're doing your job. Good for you. But thank you very much, because we know you know already.
Absolutely.
We love you for it.
Here we go. This is...
All right, okay, all right. This is Uncle Tim Runs His Mouth. This is Home Free. Uncle Tim Runs His Mouth. Thanks, Ruth.
All right, Uncle Tim.
Oh my gosh, 19-minute power sesh of Tim. Tim better be on his best behavior, but I doubt that's going to be the case.
Uncle T-Bone. For a little while.
Uncle Tim's going to run his mouth for a little while. First of all, thank you guys for being here. This is amazing. And thank you for all you do for us. This is the least we could do for you guys.
This is like 5 or 6 years
You
ago.
can go about your business. It's totally fine. Keep taking pictures of us, everyone. Now, before I run my mouth too much, we got to lay down some ground rules. First off, we've all got to agree to laugh a little more.
There you go.
Just in general. Can you agree to that?
Simpsons.
I honestly believe that laughter is the best medicine.
What's he drinking?
And it's free.
Probably a beer.
Music is a close second, but as you all know, it's not free. So if we can all agree to laugh more, that's awesome.
Here's hers.
But that means you've got to be able to laugh at yourselves.
Yeah, good advice.
Because he's about to start talking
Not
trash.
much agreement on that one. I think we should all learn to laugh at ourselves a little bit more. Because you can't really truly laugh unless you learn to laugh at yourself. And besides, once you learn to laugh at yourself, then you have license to laugh at other people. And let's be honest, that's the real fun.
I'm with Tim.
Now, that means everything. Your insecurities, your beliefs. Because the biggest laughs come from where we're all the least comfortable. You ever tried to suppress laughter? In church? Or a funeral? It snowballs quick.
Can't say I've done that.
No.
And so we're gonna laugh at everything. Which brings me to comedy limits. There should be no such thing.
What?
Comedy limits.
No topic should be immune from laughter. That's just how it is. It's all about the intention behind the joke. There shouldn't be any hidden agenda. Just jokes. And so it's not my intention to upset anyone.
I don't know that I fully agree with that, though, you know? Like, in comedy, like, nothing should be off limits. Like, nothing?
I mean, I think that just is part of your moral code and how you were raised, and I think a lot goes into that.
I mean, because, like...
who's going to put a rule on it, you know?
Initially, when he said that, I was like, I totally agree. Like, you know, like, comedians should be, like, that's their art, you know what I mean? But then again, there's some things that you don't laugh about. You know what I mean? Like, let's you know, you don't want to talk about the Holocaust and concentration camps and make a joke about that.
Of course not, right.
That's not funny. So things like that should be off limits. I don't think that there should be anything like what he's talking about.
I mean, I don't want to go too deep
You
on
gotta
this
have
conversation,
taste.
but it's a freedom of speech thing. One, but
Oh,
two,
no.
it's like, look, it's the individual and their makeup and what they ultimately
Right.
decide they think is funny or not. And I think that's either going to make them wildly successful or people are going to vehemently
Right.
dislike them.
Yeah, but it's not a freedom of speech thing. I don't care. You could say whatever you want. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences. So you could say whatever you want, and if you say something in poor taste, they're going to cancel you. So, I understand that, but I don't know. I don't think that there should be just zero limits. I think you should have some class to know what you shouldn't make jokes about. You know what I mean?
An individual. Mm-hmm.
But in general, I mean, I laugh at a lot of things that probably you shouldn't laugh at. But
Uh-oh.
Not opposed to it, especially if you're unable to laugh at yourself. In which case, I'm more than happy to do it for you. And finally, words. There are no such thing as bad words, folks. There's just not. If you get upset about a word, it's your fault. You've made a conscious decision to react negatively to a sound that comes out of a face.
but that's not it. It's the
That's
intention
all
behind
a word
it.
is, a noise.
See, I don't know if I
And I think we
completely
can all
agree
that
with
there's
him.
no inherently bad noises.
No, there's no
At least not from
inherently
faces.
bad noises. I agree with that.
So are we all in agreement tonight? We're gonna laugh more?
We'll
We're gonna be
see.
willing to laugh at ourselves?
Ninja's like, I don't think I'm gonna laugh at any of
If he
it.
starts making fun of people, I'm not going to
We're
like
not
it.
gonna flinch at human language?
I think he's gonna make fun of
He
people.
wants to say some dirty words.
Are there dirty words?
If we're all in agreement, we'll get started.
He just wants to roast people.
How about those goddamn children on airplanes?
Yep.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna talk about the sky shits. And their inept parents. That was just a test. Most of you passed.
She said, "You wait, buddy."
It's true, honestly.
I suppose we should tell a couple stories. What do you think? Now, how many people here have never seen a story time live? Okay, there's a couple of you. I
We
thought there
didn't get
might
a
be few.
story
I was just
time.
curious.
No.
Over there? Never seen a story time? Okay. Well, even for those of you who have heard story time, is it okay if I just kind of do the greatest hits?
So what is going on? Like they're doing pictures at the same time?
Where are the rednecks
Yeah,
at?
I think so. Little meet and greet. It's a Patreon party, so they're hanging out.
And I say that with much affection.
I'm sorry. Can you
There is
rewind?
nothing-
I was talking. I'm sorry. I didn't hear what they said.
Where are the rednecks at?
Oh,
They're
And I say
everywhere.
that with much affection. There is nothing wrong with being a redneck. Austin and I are rednecks. We just look good doing it. But in case you're
Did you hear that?
curious as to
Something
my
about
redneck
forgot.
credibility,
Chance is a redneck. He just forgot.
Oh.
Because he's out in L.A. Well, I don't know if
or
this
even
was...
your own for that
I don't know
matter,
if he's
you
in
need
L.A.
to
by then.
Look at your family. And that'll tell you a little bit about yourself. Last year we went to Alaska, and my aunt decided to come along. And she was flying up from Texas, but she was detained by airport security
What's the cameraman doing there?
for a tub of lard.
a tub of lard. She transported
That's
it.
redneck.
Ready
Now
to
there's
fry.
a reason she had a tub of lard.
Ready to fry it up.
She didn't trust Alaska to have all the ingredients she needed for biscuits and gravy.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's the rednecks cheering. If you think biscuits and gravy is weird, or you think white gravy is weird, just go to Canada. Some Canadians here. I know, and I love poutine.
I was
There's
about to
a time
say
and place for
poutine,
brown
yeah.
gravy. Now, I suppose you've all heard that we were recently picketed by the Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah. Austin, yeah.
The most important milestone of my career so far. And so I won't really get into that. I'm sure you've heard it. I had been threatening to kiss a dude just to piss them off for the past week or so. And last night I did it.
Oh, okay. So this was right
it's
after
all
that.
fitting together. Yep.
Okay.
And that dude is Chris Rupp. And I think he has some questions about himself at this point.
Or you.
You know, it's funny. So this was around that time, and the Chris Rupp thing just happened, and that was his last show, right? I think that might have been his last.
Feeling.
And then the dude earlier said Chance is a redneck, but he just forgot. So Chance was definitely a part of this for people to have already known him.
Yeah, that was a good catch.
You know what I mean? Like, and I know all of our home fries out there are gonna be like, yeah, Chance has been around and this and that, blah blah blah. But it's just funny to hear that now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So we were at a casino recently.
Did you win?
No. Didn't play.
Our bus driver did though.
That's true, our bus driver won big. But they gave us access to the employee cafeteria. And so we got to go through there and eat basically whatever the casino had to offer. All the restaurants in the casino just sent their food there and you get to have it. And I wandered through it, I don't know, at breakfast, about 3 p.m. or so. And I got to the self-serve bacon.
Ooh, yummy.
And I did what all of you would do. And I heaped it onto my plate. And then I got to the cashier, who was keeping track of what we were having even though we didn't have to pay. And she said, and I quote, "How many bacons?"
How many bacons?
I was taken aback.
You was taking a bacon?
I've never heard bacon pluralized like that before.
Right.
But also, I didn't really want to give her that number.
17.
I said, 4 or 5. Tongs full.
Tongs
And
full.
she said, no, how many bacons? Well, that's a weird policy to have. But if that is your policy, you should post that by the bacons. All bacons.
Did he
sold
count?
Separately. Because not only would that have saved me some embarrassment, it would have also just helped me to make a better life choice in general.
I think 4 or 5 bacons is
I've
about what I
adopted
do.
that.
Pieces?
Bacons.
It's sort of just a motto in general as I go through life, remembering to make good decisions. I think, Tim, count the bacons. And I encourage y'all to take that with you.
That was great. Yeah, I like that one.
Now I'm going to close out tonight with a segment called Knock It Off. Oh, some of you are already breaking your agreement we made earlier. So these are some observations about human behavior that you should all knock off. And it's broken up into 2 segments.
I think I'm going to be right with him.
Okay.
Hey, old people. And hey, young people.
I'm definitely going to be
And I'm going
with
to let
him.
you decide where you fall in there.
I'm right in the middle.
That is not for me to decide. Hey, old people.
Hey!
Stop taking pictures and video with iPads. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. That applies to a lot of things in life.
I've seen that in photo pits
Anchovies
at
on
shows.
pizza.
Really?
People taking iPads at a concert
You're holding up
in the photo pit.
something the size of a dictionary in a live show over your head with people sitting behind you. Or even worse, it's lower and it's illuminating your dumb face. Knock it off. Hey, young people. Stop saying literally every sentence.
Thank you very much. I love this one.
Yep. 100%.
Do you know what literally means?
Right?
They do not.
Thank you.
They literally do not. They
It
don't.
literally makes me want to kick you in the teeth. Knock it off. Anybody?
I feel weird because I want to be his hype man so bad.
I mean, I'm literally dying from how funny this is.
I got presents
Really?
to go open.
You're keeled over.
I'm
on
literally
yeah.
dying. You can't tell?
No.
You don't need the microphone, darling.
What?
Hey, old people.
I put mustard on my mustard. No. That shirt.
Stop going on Facebook, or any social media for that matter, once a month and liking everything that has happened since you were last on Facebook.
We have a lot of those.
Mom. That's not true. It's not our mom.
Hey, I'm thankful.
It's some other family
Like
members.
it away as
Yeah.
much as you want,
Some of
please.
you do that, I can tell by your reaction. Oh, cool, I've got 50 notifications. Something cool must have happened. Nope. Grandma just went on Facebook.
That's great. I love Grandma.
And since we're on the subject of social media, hey, young people, stop asking me to follow you. What do you do on any given day that I need to know about? Knock it off. Hey, old people. Stop telling young people that they won't use algebra in real life. It's simply not true.
What?
Hey, young people. Stop giving up on algebra.
Problem
You will
solving.
use it in real life.
I failed
Maybe
algebra.
not literally.
Wait, what did he say? Can you
You probably
repeat?
want to come.
Said maybe not literally.
Oh, yeah.
Not literally. You probably want to come across equations. But the forward thinking and problem solving involved in algebra can be applied to everyday life. And you need to be able to do that. And if nothing else, it sharpens your brain in general and just makes you a better person.
Well, I don't know about that, but
What? He was going to be a math teacher. Is that what his thing is?
I thought he was going to be a
Or
dentist.
a dentist? But no, but wasn't he like a substitute or some kind of a teacher also?
Oh, yeah, I think.
I was just wondering if it was
Yeah.
math, if he just had, that's all. That's all I was thinking.
Were you good at math?
No.
Oh, I was terrible.
No. Oh my gosh. But there's still so many things that to this day it's a good thing. Like knowing percentages, for example, like for tipping purposes, 20%, 10%, you know, how
Yeah.
to do the like quick things on that.
Oh, man. 10th grade, I did Algebra 2 trig because I was like in
worst.
advanced classes
Yeah.
and I hated it.
All of it.
Like,
I failed statistics
I
3
try to-
times in college.
I try to sound out the answer. Like there's an X and a Y and I'm like, it's xism, you know, like I don't I don't know. Like stop putting letters in my numbers.
it's
you
so
know?
necessary, but
But it is.
stinks.
It is. Like once I actually grew up in the next grade, I think, and took regular algebra 2 and not algebra 2 trigonometry.
And then when you're getting a calculus and all
then
that.
yeah, I didn't do calc. I was like, no, I'm good. No. Science is my thing. I don't care
Okay.
about that other stuff.
So many of you that have been giving up on math, knock it off.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yep.
They agree to the ground rules. Hey, all people.
All or old?
You're obsessed with your cell phones.
All.
Did he say all people?
All
I'm
people.
guilty of some of this too. Knock it off.
I agree.
Words with friends is probably the most hilariously ironic misnomer I've ever heard in my life. How about exchanging some actual audible words with tangible, visible friends? Right?
I mean,
It could go either way. Like, what if your family lives out
I've
of
seen
town?
it too many times.
you could call.
Younger family members or my friends'
But it's fun.
kids.
I don't call.
You guys need to learn to navigate an actual verbal interaction. You know, some guy's chatting up a young lady on Twitter or Snapchat, and he's charming and he's witty, so they go on a date, and he's an awkward Neanderthal. Not because that's who he actually is, but just because he doesn't have his digital blinky.
Cyrano de Bergerac.
And this will carry over
He had a friend.
into your adulthood, and your schooling, into job interviews, into parenting. Which brings me to old people. Put down your phones and do some actual parenting.
Is that old people? I don't know. That's kind of like the mid to young, you know? Old people already raise their
Been there,
kids.
done that, she said.
I'm done. They're 40.
Exactly. No, that's the young people that need to raise their kids, not the old
If your
people.
kids are 40, they didn't have to really worry about you hanging out on your cell phone when they were kids.
Exactly. That's the young people
Anyway,
question.
I just
Attack.
think that's a good rule for everyone.
Joke.
And for God's sake, stop photographing
Everything.
everything.
Yeah. Yep. Leave that to the
You're probably
photographers.
doing it right now. When's the last time you just existed in the moment?
I feel him on that.
Took it in. Maybe even remembered it for a change. Someone comes up to us every show inevitably and says, wow, my computer doesn't do you guys justice. Or, I thought you were good on the sing-off until I saw you in person. You really have to experience it in person.
Yeah.
And that's true. You have to experience it without placing a device between you and the experience. Besides, it doesn't do it justice, does it?
No.
So
I wonder if the person filming feels awkward. Oh, by the way, can we, whoever.
This feels like an actual camera, or is this somebody with a cell phone?
I think it's a cell phone.
But
just
there
'cause
was two different. But it's
Oh, yeah, it
real
did
smooth.
cut, yeah.
Yeah. This feels like something set up. What were you gonna
We
say?
can't forget to thank whoever hosted this on their channel.
Oh,
Thank you
yes,
very
yes,
much.
yes.
Let's just see who it was so we
Let's
don't forget.
see. Nina B.
Thank you very much, Nina. Was this you, Nina, that was filming? You did a good job.
Yeah, maybe it
Yeah.
was. Maybe it was somebody. That's crazy. Put it on a tripod or something.
Will you please scratch my back? I can't reach. Up, up, up. Okay, thanks. Down a little bit. Down. Right there. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry, guys. I was trying so hard. I was like wiggling. I couldn't wait. Sorry.
But yeah, remember when we saw them in Memphis, and the first time we got that Tim Blivian blew up my whole mic. If you, I don't know that you saw it on the vlog, but those Patreon members, they got the 360.
I think it blew up the camera.
It blew up. We were like, what? It's so different in person. Seeing Adam do his beatboxing and hearing it in person.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. And I agree with the device thing, except for when you're a photographer and you're covering it.
It's such a mixed bag. though.
I enjoy the experience and I embrace the experience. I put my camera down for moments in between and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But that's me.
I understand both sides. We don't need to
It's
elaborate.
different
I
if
think
I'm
you
just,
guys too.
If I'm just a regular person, that isn't there to shoot the show or whatever, and I'm just filming the entire performance on my phone. That is what I think he's talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then there's other sides to it too, right? Like, I don't want to get into this whole thing, but I do think that there's a time and place. I do think that also age, you start to care less about photographing what you eat. I mean, I feel like I'm guilty of, as phones and technology really kind of amped up, everybody, I think, when they're younger, especially, captures more. And
but
as
then
you
you get
get
over
older, your perspective changes.
Yeah.
And I don't think that I'm alone in saying that. I think it's like a general population thing. But we've also been really highly criticized on this channel for a couple of videos that we did where we made comments about stop taping the concert, through your phone and pay attention. And we've gotten comments that I've actually processed and thought were very useful about, maybe that person has memory issues, or maybe my point is there is a valid reason sometimes for capturing a portion of it or a part of it. He feels very sensitive on it. But I guess my point is I see both sides. So who am I to say?
So to touch on what you said, okay, maybe there's a person. I still stand by that. Put your phones down and enjoy it. If you have a memory issue, okay, then record it. But that is not the sea of phones that we're used to seeing. So anyways, let's finish this up. We're almost done. We go on our little rants.
You're cheapening your current experience so you can watch a crappier version of it later.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What the hell's that all about? And I'd be willing to bet that that's the root of Alzheimer's. Now, granted, I'm only a part-time, unpaid doctor, scientist, historian, but I'm pretty sure the advent of Alzheimer's coincides with the invention of the camera. Because at some point in time, your brain said,
I don't have to remember.
well, this asshole's gonna document everything.
Right. I like when he
don't have to
swears.
remember shit.
I never hear him swear.
And you stop doing
What?
math.
Right?
What are you talking about?
Tim?
Yeah, of course he does.
Oh, I don't remember.
So I'm leaving you with all these pearls of wisdom. And I'm sure that we're all better for this little chat we had.
They're going to forget
Go
it all,
forth into the world.
but it's recorded.
Put down your cell phones.
That one wasn't bad.
Do your algebra. And count the bacons.
Yeah, count the bacon. Look at his little sachet.
Places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my
Lead shenanigator.
Shenanigator.
This is great.
We haven't done this song.
Are you sure? I'm not sure. Shoot, it's been a lot.
That was fun.
I'm breathing a sigh of relief because I
was
don't like
bracing.
the idea of anyone being made fun of, but that one in particular was pretty funny.
Yeah, it wasn't like he was actually calling out certain people in the crowd and really like talking trash on them.
Yeah.
So that would have rubbed her wrong.
I need to just say this. My sensitivity about Tim had nothing. Yes, the reactor thing was poor form, but my real angst was about that cheap seat comment. So look, I'm getting over it. I get it's a shtick thing, but it's important to me because I don't want people to be like, wow, she's talking about react. It's not the reactor thing. It was the cheap seat thing. That really was like, I hurt for those people up there. And
they're probably up there just laughing.
Well, no, actually, I've seen a lot of comments both ways about it. So
Yeah, I can understand
anyways,
that.
I needed to make that known. It's not because I have like I'm sensitive or whatever. I just felt strongly for those people when we saw them that just kept getting picked on for the seats, and I just didn't like it. But that's what my saltiness was. This one felt kind of rounded. I mean, there were people, especially like the parts where he was talking about not filming everything for the people that were filming, and that was a little bit quiet.
A bunch of people
but
in
everybody
there.
knows.
They know.
It's like
Everyone knows. And the whole cheap seats thing, like it makes me think too, because we were going back and forth with if we should go to Dallas or go to Memphis.
Yeah.
And when we were looking at ticket prices, the Dallas tickets were ridiculously priced,
like
compared
close to
Memphis.
double. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was ridiculous. And we're like, look, we knew we had a move going on. We're not rich, we work our butts off to try and just have what we have.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, we wanted to treat my mom to the trip, and we're like, look, if we do it in Dallas, we're not going to be able to afford these VIPs and actual seats and stuff like that.
Right.
So that's one of the reasons why we went with Memphis.
And we're so thankful for you guys again. Thank you for contributing.
Thank you.
to that.
For
You made it
everyone that
happen.
helped.
Yeah, we do. This is our full-time job. Like we got rid of everything and we're doing this full-time to try to make a living. So
it's a
we
grind,
appreciate it. Yeah,
but we love it and we love interacting with all you.
Yeah.
But I think the cheap seats thing kind of rubbed her the wrong way because she's so empathetic and can understand what somebody is going through.
Look, I've been in those cheap seats. I was raised by a single mother. Like, I'm sensitive to it because I didn't want anybody to feel bad when that should have been a joyous occasion.
Yeah,
that's all.
But in general, I thought this was pretty funny, and I agreed with pretty much everything he said, except for there shouldn't be any limits to comedy. There are some very poor taste things that should be left alone, I think, but in general, I think most things there shouldn't be a limit on when it's just comedic. You know what I mean?
Super
Purely
subjective.
comedic.
Yeah.
Definitely subjective.
Yeah.
Definitely subjective, you know, because what I find funny, a lot of other people aren't going to find funny and might take offense to. So it's very subjective, and I don't know how you move past it.
I don't either.
You just be you and try and be good people, I guess, or you be like Tim and don't care what people think. You're just going to be unapologetically you, and if you don't like it, you get the barnacle.
Well, oh, jeez.
Hey, it's been a while, okay? It's been a while.
I mean, honestly, that wasn't a bad one. I appreciate you.
And I didn't do...
I know. That's why I didn't
Anyways,
appreciate it. But don't need to talk about it.
Go on.
All right,
I'm not going to go on with it, but
No, cut it out. I see what you're doing on the side of my eyes. I'm not going to look again.
I had to adjust my
Just
goatee.
cut it out, mister. All right, thank you for watching, everyone.
Ruth,
We're going to shut it down.
Ruth.
Love you, Ruth.
Thank you very much for the donation. This was fun, and I love seeing him, and I totally agree with just about everything he says, like right up my alley. So thank you, and all the rest of you home fries out there, much love to you. We've got one more for Home Friday coming up. Before we get out, y'all know what's up. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that.
Thank you very much.
Well, you gotta.
Because I thought we were going to get away without having all that spiel, but thank you very much. Thanks, and I know you will.
We'll see y'all soon, friends. Peace.